You think you have a time management problem. You do not. You have a subtraction problem. We are obsessed with addition. We think the answer to productivity is adding a new app, a new morning routine, or a new complex system. But the fastest way to improve isn't by adding more. It is by removing what is already holding you back. This is a concept called via negativa, improvement by subtraction. You are not stuck because you lack motivation. You are stuck because you are hauling dead weight you do not even see. I used to be overwhelmed, working long hours and getting nothing done. Then I stopped adding and started deleting. Here are the 7 things I quietly quit to double my productivity.
Button. I used to think those extra 9 minutes of sleep were a gift. They are actually a curse. Every time you hit snooze, you are starting your day with a broken promise to yourself. You are literally training yourself that your commitments are negotiable. It is not just about discipline, it is biology. Those fragmented minutes of sleep actually make you groggier. You're tricking your body into starting a sleep cycle it cannot finish. The fix is simple but aggressive. Put your alarm across the room. When it goes off, your feet hit the floor. The first decision of your day sets the tone for all the others. Do not start with a defeat.
Notifications that hijack attention. You sit down to work, your phone buzzes, you check it. It is nothing. You go back to work. You think that took 5 seconds. It did not. Research shows it takes 23 minutes to get back to focus. Most people get interrupted every 6 minutes. Do the math. That means you are never actually working. You are just constantly recovering from the last distraction. I quit being available. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and turned off every notification except calls from top people. Your attention is your most valuable asset. Stop giving it away. Multitasking. I used to wear multitasking like a badge. I was wrong. Multitasking is fake. Your brain does not multitask. It just switches back and forth really fast. This switching has a cost. It is called context switching. Researchers found even brief interruptions can double the time it takes to complete a task. You feel busy all day but accomplish nothing meaningful. I replace multitasking with batching. I group similar tasks. I do one thing at a time. One conversation, one email, one project. It is not slower, it is deeper. And depth is where the good stuff happens. The need to be right. This was a hard one. Being right feels incredible. Winning an argument feels good. But that feeling costs more than you think. I am talking about the pointless battles. The 30-minute argument with a stranger online or correcting mistakes. You win the argument but close the door to learning. You sacrifice your growth for your ego. I replaced being right with being curious. Now I ask myself if I would rather be right or rather be growing. Number 5. Waiting for motivation. I used to wait until I felt ready. I treated motivation like fuel that had to be in the tank. But motivation is unreliable. It is a feeling, and feelings fade. When you focus on motivation, every missed day feels like failure. I quit waiting for the feeling and started relying on systems. I use the 2-minute rule. If I do not want to work, I commit to doing it for just 2 minutes. Your brain looks at a huge task and says no, but 2 minutes? Your brain says fine. The magic is activation. Once you start, momentum carries you forward. Passive consumption. I used to measure productivity by books read. I felt productive because I was consuming educational content. I was wrong. That is not learning. It is entertainment. I quit consuming without creating. Learning without doing is entertainment. I adopted the input-output rule. For every hour consumed, I spend at least 10 minutes implementing the learning. If I cannot commit to the output, I refuse the input. You do not have a knowledge problem. You have an action problem. Performing for an audience that does not exist. We spend hours curating our lives for social media. We take 10 minutes for the perfect angle and caption. We are staging moments to look spontaneous. Here is reality. The average person scrolls past your post in 1.2 seconds. You spend hours creating for people who give seconds of attention. I quit performing. I replace performance with presence. I share when I have something to say, not for algorithms. If you want to change your life, you do not need newness. You just need to subtract the things stopping the real you. You don't need more time, you need less clutter. Pick one thing from this list, just one, and eliminate it today. Do not wait for Monday. Subtract the noise. Execute the work. See you in the next one.